And then, like, there's way too many books, like 8 years worth of books. Like, I want her to have, like, I just want to cull. We just need to, like, cull our lives.
Guys, is this the new church? We get all of our kids' stuff. We all meet in a park and we burn it. Okay, we're starting right now. Guys, welcome to Good Enough. God, am I fucking excited for this episode. Our guest today is a dear friend of mine that I haven't seen in so long because we live on opposite ends of the country. But the last time we saw each other, we were recording the comedy lineup in Atlanta 8 years ago, something like that. And since then, I think you have entered a rocket ship shuttle to the moon where you belong, and you've been dancing on the moon, creating such incredible work, and I've been cheering you along from here. You know her from Survival of the Thickest, not just the book, but that bitch went and took that IP and made a TV show, and that TV show just wrapped its third season. Natasha, you want to get involved in this intro? I can see the way you're looking at me.
Michelle Buteau, you are so awesome, so amazing, and honestly, I told Sabrina 2 weeks ago, I was like, let's go on Riverside. Let's do these Zooms so we can get people like Michelle Buteau on. And then she just called you and you came. So
I made it happen.
Yes, I mean, I love you guys. So yes.
Many stand-up specials.
And also, Michelle, I watched your special last night, and like I feel like I've been watching you perform forever, maybe 20 years. And then I watched this special last night, and you are like such a star. You're like in this crazy stratosphere. Like if I would have done your special, a Buteau-ful Mind, the first female at Radio City Music Hall, if I did that special, I would retire. It was so good.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that because sometimes you're like, did anyone watch that shit? It's so great. Did anyone watch? Because there
were 6,500 people there.
That's right. Well, the people
you're like, oh my God, I feel absolutely ignored.
I know, but that's like the thing about being a comedian. It's like this insatiable appetite for like attention. Where I'm like, did enough people see it? And I don't know. Plus, like I'm taking care of 7-year-old twins, and I've got like curly hair, so I've got enough responsibility. So I'm not outside, so I don't know who's seen it. But thank you guys so much for having me and that beautiful introduction to remind me that I'm doing stuff.
You are doing stuff. You just wrapped the third season, and I bet you're on to do you take a little break now after you wrap a season, or do you just...
LOL, bitch, of course not. So we're flying to Paris on Sunday because we're going to do some, spoiler alert, some exteriors.
Hell yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I know exteriors in Paris.
You're in the writer's room like, I think we need to start in Paris.
Yes.
It's like, you can just create it, right?
Emily can't be having all the fun. Big city bitches need to go to Paris and fucking get their croissant finger fucked too. Come on. Let's go. Come on, Netflix.
Okay, so that's two spoilers. We got Paris and we got your croissant getting finger fucked.
I know. Well, hello. I mean, by me, of course. And and then when we come back from Paris, I'm going to go on tour a week later. So I'm excited.
Well, great.
Excited.
We're going to come find you. When does your tour start?
February 20th in Portland.
I have something to ask you. When you go on tour, do you bring the whole gang, or are you like, this is finally my time to go to a Korean spa in the day?
Bitch, if I had that Ali Wong, Amy Schumer money, I'd be bringing the family.
We need to get you that Ali Wong, Amy Schumer money.
I would love that shit. But no, I'm doing weekends, weekend shows, so I could be home during the weekend. My husband is beautiful and white and bald, and these kids have curly hair. I need to be home.
You need to be home.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was thinking too. Like watching your special, you have so many funny bits, but I love the one about being so tired. And like, I really related to that as a mom. Like, and you have this funny joke about how that's why our parents look like that. Like they look like they're trying to ask a question and answer it at the same time. Like, but like, how do you find it in yourself to like keep creating when you're like how do you access that part of yourself? Like, it's so hard. Where do you find the energy? Because like I get so bogged down in menial tasks, like at low energy tasks.
Yeah. Yeah, I cut that shit off sometimes because it's never ending. Like it'll be never ending. Like a weekend by myself with my family, but not by myself in that I don't have like help, right? Like a friend coming over, whatever. I can clean the kitchen forever. Like 4 or 5 times. I can just keep, it's always going to be there. And so sometimes, most of the time, I'm like, I got to walk away and just, be creative. Because so many things have happened. And if I don't stop and take a minute to be like, girl, what just happened to you? And let's just like, because it can't just all be therapy and like a boozy brunch with your friends,
Sometimes it has to be just laying down.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And so I love it. It's weird that work and creating feels like my me time, but it's healing. You know what I mean? It's healing. And so
well, I kind of think that like being able to go, I know that you want to bring, you're like, I want to bring my kids, but like, I do think Natasha, Chelsea, and I had a show in San Francisco a couple weeks ago for Sketchfest. And like, it just so happened that we were going to bring all of our kids. They brought their kids and I didn't. And I felt like, this is better. This is better. It's better to, like, it's like to be able to focus on one thing. It's like if your kids are taken care of and then you have the space to go fly somewhere. And like, I did go to the Korean spa. I got all of those little pills of black
But you were there
dirt
for
off my body. They scrubbed my body. And it was just, it was like less than 24 hours, but it felt like it gave me space to feel like the Emily in Paris of my past, of like when we were all running around New York and our responsibility was to like do a set. It's too much. It's so much to wake up on the road.
I like that too. I like that too. But then when you start like every other weekend going for 3 days, it starts to feel like you're missing out on important stuff, especially our kids are the same age. They're 7 and or 7 turning 8, and they're just so cute right now, and like missing like 2 weekends a month is like really hard. But I think really that's great advice about not letting the house get just letting it get a little dirty too.
oh hell yeah, because I'm like, you guys are 7, you got to start picking up after yourself, otherwise it's going to go in the garbage. That's what my parents said, and they just like donated a lot of my toys. I'm like, okay, but I want to do this thing though, not with every weekend, but certain weekends, either take one or both so they know what I do, and so it doesn't feel like I'm living a double life, So
Can they watch you on stage though?
Not the whole time. They can see
They go tablet once you walk out. You're like, what mommy does is I walk out on the stage and you put your tablet on. You don't need to know.
Well, I did Niagara Falls like a year ago, and it was like, I brought them with me because it's Niagara Falls, right? And that's like a perfect gig to bring your kids to. And it was really sweet because it was like 3,000 people. And then I like had them come out to say hi, and they're like shook. They're like, what? This is what you do? I'm like, yeah. Now go in the back and go on your iPad. But I want them to know what I feel, what I see, not for the whole time, but just like at least for 10 or 15 minutes, because I feel like those are core memories. We do something so, I guess, alternative would be the word, and it's really special. And I think they should know what we do and what that feels like when people ask them. When I'm really
and the
tired,
heights of where you've gotten to. Sorry, but just to say, like, for you to be standing in front of 3,000 people, and that was built on a dream and a story and the desire to be heard, is like pretty inspirational for them.
Thank you. I think so too. And when I'm really tired and I'm home, and they're like, "Oh, have you been being Michelle Buteau?" is what they said to me last week. Are you Michelle Buteau now? And I'm like, yeah, I'm tired, Mama. And they're like, no, you were being Michelle Buteau. And I'm like, I was.
I love that because that really is, as a performer or artist or creative person and then becoming a mom, it's like you do kind of need those days to shine as yourself. Even my hairdresser was telling me that. She's like, she moved to the suburbs, but she's like, I like to come in for 3 days a week or 2 days a week because I need to be Kennedy, and like Kennedy's like the cool hairdresser. And it's like, you do kind of need to like find access to, and even if you're not a creative artist, whatever, just accessing that part of you that is you. It's so hard.
Yes. Yeah, and I did this fundraiser for Joan Rivers a couple years ago, or maybe a year ago. Maybe it was last week. And Melissa Rivers was producing it, and I'm such a fan. I just had to ask her. I'm like, what is it like when you hear jokes, when you were hearing jokes about yourself growing up? And she was so great about it. She's like, did I like it? No. But people liked it, and my mom told me it's a family business. So, essentially, buckle up, Buttercup. And I'm like, okay.
I love that. And Natasha, we talk about this too, because I think, Natasha, you have like a heightened sense of how your daughter will feel about the material. And my sense is like, my kids just have to deal with it. It's the family business. And like, ultimately what you're saying is, here's Melissa Rivers, and the future is like, she did have feelings about it. And yet she's like, probably not wasting too much time in therapy, because the way that it was presented to her is, are you mad at me, Natasha?
No, I think it's interesting.
Okay, I thought when I started to be like, we talk about this, and the way that you were looking into your computer, I was like, oh no.
No, because my daughter's particular personality, if she hears me tell someone a story, she's like, Mom, I don't want you saying anything I say to anybody.
Whoa, secret girl.
And
Wow.
well, I just think she's sensitive like that, and I'm like, that relationship's too important to me to risk that, like her not talking to me when she's 12 because I like made up exaggerations about her and made people. I mean, I don't know. But I think it's an individual thing.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. My son is he's really obsessed with America's funniest home videos. Funniest home, whatever, AVF, that shit. And so he's always like trying to like hit his balls and like jump off a thing. And he's like, the floor's lava, it's not. And like, he's like, record it, And he's like, you can use it. And he's like doing the whole you can use it shit. I'm like, I don't, like, still, I was like, what we're not going to do is like, further this male toxicity in the world. And tell me to move on. And so, yeah, it's just, yeah, I mean, you definitely, it's special because you have your relationship. I'm the only child, so I'll just say this, and I didn't realize how beautiful it is to have siblings, because there's so many variations, is that the word, or variants, I suppose, of different relationships. Like, so it's me, husband, and kids, and then it's just like me, husband, and then like Hazel and or Otis, right? Whoever has like a bedroom and comes in to the bed in the middle of the night, and then it's just like me with the kids, and then like the one-on-one, and then like him with the kids and the one-on-one, and everybody, is so it's just different. We move differently when we like, depending on who's in the room. And I can feel it and I can see it, because sometimes when I'm listening to the kids, they don't know I'm listening to them. I'm like, they sound like an old married couple. You know what I mean? And it's awesome. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, I'm trying to put my hair in a ponytail. And Otis is like, you always wear a ponytail. No, I don't. You should try something new. It's just really, really fun to sort of witness. And I don't even remember what we were talking about before I just started talking about this.
I love that. It makes me wish that I didn't have an only child, but so she could experience that. But she gets other things.
But I will say, I love being the only child too, because I really I felt like the third person, not like always a child, and I got to really have like very deep conversations with my parents, because especially my dad, he wasn't tired, like. They always he wasn't doing shit. He wasn't tired, and I would go to different schools and learn how to carry myself, because I didn't have the sibling thing where people are like, oh, you're so and so's sister, and so it's really helped me get on a stage and not know anybody and be like, we're all in this class together, y'all. Let's just get through. And so there is something powerful in being an only child that I really appreciate too. So.
Speaking
it's still
of
like a really special bond.
Your past and the way your parents raised you, what's something that I think you already said one thing that you did, the throwing away the toys. Is there something that you like really treasure about the way that you were raised, and then something that you're like, I'm not doing it that way?
I think it was going to church.
Going to church is treasure?
Yeah. So my uncle's the Archbishop of Jamaica, and so my family has always been very religious. And I grew up in the church, and I always went to Catholic school, and I had to beg them to go to a public school. By the time I was like 14, I'm like, please send me to a public high school. I want to see what this is.
Yeah.
And I got beat up almost every day, and I'm like, I'm good on it. You can send me back to the private high school. But like,
Michelle, I had the same situation with Catholic school and then begging to go to public high school and getting beat up. So
no way, you guys.
yeah. Turns out I like a private school. Who knew? Who knew? But yeah, I mean, I don't take my kids to church. I don't do that, and I miss that. Like I wish, because when they think of Christmas, they think of presents. They don't know anything about history. In terms of the Bible, right? And so I already knew so much more, and I knew how to I tried to volunteer with them so they understand what it's like to not have what they have, and people from all walks of life, because in the Caribbean, the more poor you are, the more religious you are. And so it was just kind of that appreciation of life. And, being rich, means like a good relationship, especially with yourself, not the amount of stuff that you have. And so I try to do that, but I don't want to go to church.
Yeah, no. I think that there's a way of accessing that community, and I think through volunteer work is a great way to get into it. But
that doesn't mean they're going to get the values. Like, that's,
yeah.
It's hard. Like, that's one of the things I really liked about Judaism, with my husband, is like the weekly Shabbat. And it kind of forces everyone into this weekly thing that in Catholicism, it was kind of like Easter, Christmas. There's like every 4 months there's something, or every 5 months. But I really like that weekly reminder. And
there was a study about that.
It's good for family.
That every families that have a tradition of every Friday having dinner together, there's like a drop off, like a huge drop off in the likelihood of your kids having drug addiction or something like that.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. Shit. More Friday than I try to...
I love that I was convincing, even though the end of the sentence ended with, I think that's what it was. It was pretty good.
Wait, so Michelle, will you throw away your kids' stuff if they leave it on the floor? You have double what I have, so I'm wondering how you deal with that.
It depends. Like if it is if it's broken or chewed by the dogs, I'm like, I don't know where it is. I don't know where it went. We can keep looking. But if it's something expensive and or new that they just got, I'm just like, we got to put this away. I'm trying to teach them to put their stuff away and clear a table, but it's hard because it becomes one of those things where I feel like I should just do it myself. But then I'm like, I do everything. So it's always
easier to do it yourself and then harder in the long term with all of this stuff. And also, there's just too much stuff. I mean, even my wife has so much stuff. My kids have so much stuff. When the fires happened earlier last year, I kind of was I could see the fires bubbling up above the mountain, and I was like, come take it all. Come take it all!
Oh my God! Not that's your purge.
No, I had this fantasy of living in one of those nice clean homes you see in the commercials, those open spaces, there's nothing on the floors, and it's the fire cleansed me.
Oh,
your
God.
Pinterest board, it's everything's there's no crap anywhere. It is so hard. I was going through her clothes and I'm like, why does she have 90 t-shirts she doesn't like, and all these pants she hates, and then there's way too many books, 8 years worth of books. I want her to have I just want to cull. We just need to cull our lives.
Guys, is this the new church? We get all of our kids' stuff, we all meet in a park, and we burn it. Or we give it away. We give it away.
Yes.
What is not given away, we burn, and we read some story about. We read some sort of watered down, not creepy church story.
Oh my God!
This is our church.
Yeah. We just watch Real Housewives.
Yeah. Yes.
I love that.
So, should we ask the era of parenting, or we kind of got it? We're all just trying to get them to clear their damn
I want to
plates.
do era.
Okay.
Era. Should we do eras?
Oh shit.
Okay,
You're
so
always
we
teaching
can
me
go
something new.
Eras is a part of our podcast that's sponsored by Taylor Swift. And we talk about what parenting era we're in. I will start it off and say I'm in the parenting era of Christmas came and went, and my Amex bill just was absolutely, if I said pulverized, would that indicate that it was so much?
No.
It was a big old bill. And then came traveling. We went to Mexico. We traveled with the family. And then came, of course, my son's birthday is January 27th. So it's just a 1-2 punch on my energy, both in my bank account energy and my personal energy. Between that and taxes, I'm just like, take my whole wallet and throw it in the Eaton fire too. and so what I'm feeling now, it's here we are in Feb, and I'll never say the full month because it's a trick of a name, but this February. Why is the R there for not
bitch.
It's Feb. It's currently Feb.
Not February catching strays.
And I'm like, I feel like, when we were miscarrying 100% of the time for 4 years, my therapist said after we were pregnant, I had like all these feelings, strangely. And my therapist was like, there's this feeling of like when we were oldie times, cavemen, we would be like running in a cycle of trauma, like running from a bear, running from a bear, running from a bear. And then we get to a cave and we're finally safe. And we're like, but it's still like our heart is still pounding, but we're safe. That's how I feel about Feb right now. I'm in the cave and I'm like, oh my God, by the skin of my teeth, my marriage was skirted by that goddamn birthday party like it always does, like clockwork, like astrology around the time of the birthday party. And I want to know how you guys feel too about planning birthday parties because it is such a marital trap for me.
Girl, twins. Boy-girl twins. January 19th. MLK Day. Museum of Ice Cream. $7,000.
That's what you paid?
Yeah, because Christmas was light. Thanksgiving was light. So I was like, and I was working, so I was like, I got to do it up. So I feel you. And I say this quote a lot, especially after bringing home the twins via surrogacy. After 5 miscarriages. So I'm so with you on that. And I think I might have like said this quote on your podcast with your husband before. The tools that you need to survive won't be the tools you need to thrive. So
that's good.
Like just we could actually throw it away. We could throw all that shit away. We don't even have to like buy them stuff.
Oh, I love this. Go on.
But we do, and we just did, and you just did, and I'm planning my daughter's birthday right now, and
it's new. But I'm just saying this could be the sermon for the first day of our church at the park with the trash.
We don't have to. We could put it on them. You think of a story. You come up with a game. You make a memory, and then we give them responsibility. You pay the Amex bill. You tell us what should be for dinner. Do you know what I mean? Just for funsies.
Yeah.
We don't, and it's the school too. I need to buy all those sweatshirts. No, the fuck I do not.
Oh.
So sorry. You're planning a birthday party.
You're planning the birthday party. You're planning the birthday party.
What's the theme? I'm so sorry.
She wants water balloons, and I'm
great.
and we've rented out this like park area, and I'm like, I don't want to pick up water balloon shards. And I've been telling her to pivot away from the water balloons. They somehow got on the flyer, and now she's told all her friends at school it's a water balloon party.
They somehow got on the flyer.
And empanadas. I put empanadas on the flyer, and now I'm like, okay, now I need to find empanadas. And then we're doing it with another family, and I'm like, oh, is this going to be expensive? And I don't want to have to ask them to like pay too much. So I'm just like, why? I don't remember any birthday parties. I think once I went to a roller rink with like 5 friends. That's it.
Yeah.
I have a suggestion for the shards because I think that if what she really desires is the water balloon, it's an accessible thing that you can give to her. But here's what you do. With Wolfie's birthday last week, we had like a bunch of competitions, like relay race type things, get some prizes and say whoever can bring me the most balloon shards, and get one of those drug dealer little scales too. Because, you know, you get the bigger piece of the shard, you want a bigger, and go and put it on like a little thing that you would measure MDMA on. And then whoever
Why are we measuring it? Just put it in a water bottle.
Well, you don't want to put too much, Michelle. Look,
you don't.
No, I like the water bottle. That's good because then everyone can do
You
their own.
don't?
What? Wait a minute. If you're
you.
sharing this birthday party with who, you guys are gonna share a cake when you sing happy birthday? How's that gonna go?
No,
down?
I was thinking 2 cakes.
And then
Each person has their own cake.
And then everyone votes for who wants to stand near the most beloved person's cake.
What do you
Can't
think
they
about
be
cupcake
together?
towers?
Oh, that might be better.
Because, like, you put a thing and a little candle in there, a little can of cupcakes. You don't have to deal with the cutting and the thing and the thing.
Guys,
Forks
cake
and
was
shit?
what
Cupcakes.
almost got me divorced because after all of Shauna is like Martin Short in Father of the Bride, okay?
Oh, wow.
It is like it's happening, and she's like, I'm determined to clean the garage because the garage is going to be a movie theater. I'm like, the garage is a hoarder's heaven right now, so good luck. She gets, Shauna, and I think she won't mind if I say it, but she gets offered this good job styling a cool commercial with a cool director she loves and a celebrity. She goes, I got offered this job. I'm like, that's fantastic, babe. She carried the kids, so it's like, this isn't great. Get back in there. She goes, unfortunately, I'm unavailable. I say, why are you unavailable? She goes, Wolfie's birthday party.
It's true, though. What's she going to do? Cancel his party?
No, but like get a cupcake tower, call it a day. Go to the mall and go get all those clothes for those. But anyways, that was her
because
decision.
it was on the day of the birthday
because
party.
she did not feel that she would have enough time to execute the job properly. She is a perfectionist, and I gotta say, on the back end of it, the party was fucking fantastic. It was so fun. I am really lucky to have a partner that cares more about throwing the
Virgo?
party. She
What is happening?
Yeah, she is. Wait, she's born December 11th. Is that Virgo?
No, that's a
She's
Sag.
Sag.
But go
She's
on.
Sag.
A Sag vag.
I
love
saw
it.
I
She's a
saw
side
a video. I saw a video of that party, and she was hosting or like leading some kids with balloons. I think that's where my kid got the idea for water balloons.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
This is all your fault.
Shauna was the gateway.
Oh wow!
But how does she
working
do
it
that?
out.
She just has these ideas in her mind.
She and Wolfie, you know how the kids are. We've talked about this in the podcast. The way my kid is talking about his birthday party, it's like this is the Super Bowl and he's Bad Bunny. You know, it's like I bet Bad Bunny talked about it less. You know, everything. It's their big moment, and anyways,
so
it was beautiful.
These are big deals.
But the thing is, for me, I'm like the tipping point was the cake because she goes, you got to go to Magpies and get these specific cakes, and I'm like, there's 38-year-olds and their parents coming. That's putting me at like a $300 to $400 cake budget. No, I know they sell ice cream cakes at the Super A for $16. I'm picking them up, and she goes, don't get those, and I'm like, I'm getting them, and it's like this deeper thing. But anyways, I did win because they were fucking delicious, those $16 ice cream cakes. They were really good.
Yeah, because it feels like everybody wants a little engineered food for a birthday.
Yeah,
that's what you want. It makes you feel, it's nostalgic. I get it. I want that. You should have seen me with the cupcakes, but I tell you what, the twin thing is like wild because Hazel is very outgoing, and she was like, the more the merrier. There was a sprinkle pit. She's like, yo, my friend, look at all my friends.
What's a sprinkle
and
pit?
Otis.
Yeah, my daughter would like that.
Oh, it's the museum. The Museum of Ice Cream is like.
Oh,
it's
I've
sort
been
of
there.
Like
She
Sleep
loved it.
No More,
Yeah.
but like for like ice cream installations, and there's 4 floors, and there's like 2 or 3 rooms on every floor, and it's like color themed, and then the ice cream is that color, and you get ice cream in every room, and it's really fucking cool. And we actually
Did you
had
rent
their
that
birthday-
place out?
I did. You can rent it for like an hour before it opens up, and then you kind of like have done all the things you want to do, and then you just keep going back for more. And so that's what I did.
Fun.
I did it last year for them, and it was like 8 of us, and it was wonderful, but like it was a hard time last year for us. And so I'm like, let's go back because they loved it so much. I'm like, let's have a redo. and we had a redo. But this
I'm putting
you
you at 14K. 14K at the ice cream spot.
It was around 7, 8.
Per year.
It was like
Per year.
oh
right?
per year. Oh
Yeah.
my god!
I'm telling you
they
that.
should. Yeah, no, they should be one of my employees. And like, it was. I don't have any employees. I just said it. But like, but Hazel loved the sprinkle pit. It's a huge pool, full of plastic sprinkles that you can jump in and stuff. And I'll send you guys a picture. Maybe we can like post it because it really is wild. Otis jumped in it. He covered himself with sprinkles, and then one of his friends stepped on his stomach by accident because they didn't see him. And so my husband, and he was like, "Oh!" And then my husband went to go help him and stepped on his hand by accident. So he was like, This is
very America's Funniest Home Video coded.
Look, and so, but he couldn't come back from it. And so we had to like, and so I had their favorite babysitter come with me to like handle, because Brooklyn parents do drop-offs. They're like, can I drop my kids off so I can go to Balthazar's and have a steak? I'm like, oh, you can do that? Like, we used to live in the Bronx, and the Bronx parents are just like, do you need any help? I'm super drunk. I know it's 9 a.m. I shouldn't have started so late. And I'm like, what? Like, they don't leave. They're just the same pair of Lululemon pants for 20 years. And they're like, this is nice. And I'm like, you gotta, they don't go home. And
You shouldn't have started so late.
I know. No, the party's ending and they order pizza. I'm like, you guys gotta go. And so I don't know how they keep their keys in a tiny Lululemon pocket, but they do. And I'm like, this is so insane. I can see everything on your body. The veins, the keys. Like, it's just like the debit card. Like, why do you have so much Baileys in a Dunkin' Donuts cup? Also, Dunkin' Donuts supports Trump. Anyways. But the Brooklyn parents don't even show up. And if they do, their faces don't move. Anyways, the point is, I asked like the good babysitter, and she had to like take Otis, not away, but he wanted to be by himself. And so the next day he was like, that was probably the worst party of my life because I got overwhelmed.
Oh.
And I know. And I was like, you were overwhelmed? Yeah. Me too. But anyways, here we are.
Well, next year, maybe Otis wants to have like a small $700 something.
Sometimes I get a good feeling.
I so relate to Shauna, Sabrina, because I want it to be perfect and I want it to be my vision, and I'll get another job. I'll go on the road for like 2 days to like get the money to like get my vision going. But that's a waste of energy.
It is.
Well, I think the main thing like to not lose sight of is like, what is it that they actually do want? And like for Wolfie, what he wanted was a bunch of relay races. He wanted it to be Simpsons themed, and that's what he wanted. He wanted his friends there. And for it's like, if what she wants is water balloons in the park, then like check that box and know that you are giving it. Like, you're doing the most already. And like, I think the thing for Shauna is that there are 1,000 Irish women that beat in her heart that are like, make it clean, make it spotless, make it happen and make it shine. And I'm like, I have, 1,000 feuding Swiss and Pakistani people in my ancestry being like, who the fuck cares? Just be like, what you want is not what I want. So let's just kind of chill and let's make a Negroni. Let's make sure we have a Negroni in our system before everyone descends.
Yum. I love that.
So, did we do eras? Do you think we just did eras and it was birthday themed?
Yeah, let's just move on because, yeah.
Yeah.
What is an era, though? Like, what era you're in?
It's kind of like what you're going through. Like, if there's something that you're like, I'm like bumping up against this, or I just unlocked this. Like, for me, I feel like I was like not struggles, but like really like had all these events to throw on top of doing life and writing and living.
Yeah. I think I'm in the era of like, it's I guess you call it grief. I'm grieving like them being very little. And I'm looking at all these clothes, and there's like, and I'm looking at the pictures of them and their little faces, and I'm like, I wish I did more skin to skin. I wish I did more. And then my friend just told me last night, and she was like, it's never enough. like you could have done it every day, all day long, and you'd still be like, I miss it. So like, just allow yourself to miss it. Because now they're like, they understand disappointment. And so now I know they're like really disappointed. Like, this is where I could fuck them up.
Yeah.
You know? And so things are starting to take off, and I'm really like, I've always like been living my dream. The minute I fell in love with stand-up, I'm like, boom, dream, love. But now it requires me to be away from home. And so when I'm home, I'm tired. And so I don't want to be, I don't want them to know that I've been being Michelle Buteau. I want them to be like, oh shit, mama's home and she's tired, and that's okay. So I don't know what era that is, but the word that comes to mind is grief.
I love that you share that, and I think everyone relates to that, whether they're, you know, on the road doing stand-up or just working to make things happen for their home or their work life. It's like there is this common, and I think talking about it alleviates it a little bit in the same way like fertility shame. It's like when we start talking about the fact that it feels this way for all of us, then it takes away some of the pressure of the myth that it's not supposed to feel that way. We're all fucking tired, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I really love is watching Shark Tank with my now newly 8-year-old. Shark Tank is something that like we all can kind of see on similar levels. And I feel like it also motivates them to start thinking of ideas. But it's like we all can watch it. We understand the stakes. And like for a 7 or 8-year-old. So anyway, Shark Tank is my way of like both napping and being with my kid.
Interesting.
I love that. Well, I'll just say my era really quickly. I feel like I'm really trying to have a little more discipline with her. Like, for example, I told her, you know, she was leaving the other day. She's like, can I please bring this thermos of tea to school? And I said, well, did you bring the one you promised to bring yesterday back home? And she said, no. And I said, well, then you can't bring it. And she was like, okay. And then when she was going out the door, I go, actually, yeah, you can bring it. Just make sure to bring both of them. And then she turned around and she goes, Mom, I'll just not bring it, and I'll bring it home. And then she did bring it home, but it just tells me she's ready for the discipline. I'm just
That's
having a hard time.
so sweet that she's like, Mom, stick to your guns. You're trying to do something, and you got to really put your foot down and mean it, Mom.
I know. It's just
so
hard
sweet.
because I want to, you know, I just want to protect her and help her. I don't want to have to discipline her. And I, you know.
Yeah.
But she wants it, and it's going to make her a better person. So you have
boundaries are good. When you set boundaries with them like that, then they know how to set boundaries for themselves, which is like awesome, right? I mean, the thing I mostly struggle with is watching kids be mean to my kids. And Hazel can take a lot. She's like very stoic. And I'm like, you know, they have to, like, even adults, like we were getting her hair cut and the hairdresser was combing her hair and I could see Hazel being like, and she goes, that hurts. And then the hairdresser goes, no, it doesn't.
Ew.
It doesn't hurt. And I have hair like yours and it doesn't. And then I didn't even want to get into it with this bitch because she's like, I'm a fan of your show. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Because then you have to be nice to them and tip them and shit. And I'm like, oh, fuck. You know? And it was like a real, like, oh, I went through a divorce and you saved me fucking story. And I was like, oh, I got to tip you now. And I just looked at Hazel.
She thinks you're so rich, Michelle.
I know. And I'm just like, bitch, Museum of Ice Cream, bitch. And I just looked at Hazel and I went up to her and I gave her my hand. I'm like, when it gets tough, you squeeze my hand and we'll get through this. And the lady just looked at us like, oh, well, if it's hard, I could just put more conditioner in it. And so, like, I'm learning how to, like, stick up for them without being a raging cunt. Because I don't know the Dorothy Spores. What's her name from Golden Girls?
Dorothy Spores.
Sporesnaxia.
She doesn't know.
I don't know.
Sabrina doesn't know.
No, I love that. And also just the way, I guess it's like, it's ingrained in us as a society. If like a kid is complaining about something, the instinct that a lot of us have been taught is to be like, shut the fuck up and move on. And it's
Isn't
like,
that crazy?
It's so nuts. Yeah,
It's
cut
insane.
to the Epstein files. Perfect transition. Oh my god. Transition into let's see the meme of the week. I'll set it up. It says when you try to leave your toddler's room after 12 books, 27 songs, and 192 back scratches. And now let's hear the audio.
Turn your big ass around and get the fuck back to your fucking seat. Do the hokey pokey.
What?
And turn your big ass around and get the fuck back to your fucking seat.
This is how the idea is. This is what we should be saying to our child.
No, the idea is this is what our child says to us when you're trying to sneak out. This is how I feel.
Could have gone either way. Could have gone either way.
Well, we'd
Really
be
could have
winning
gone
if
either
it,
way.
Well, Sabrina has very firm boundaries with her kids. She does not let them come into her room. In fact, I
No,
think she...
Natasha, you're misunderstanding. You're misunderstanding. That's who I want to be. That's like in a perfect world. That's like, you know, the way like there's the Instagram filter. That's who I want to be. I want to be, I try to. And my firm boundary is that I don't think we should all be co-sleeping. I think it like ruins everyone's sleep, and in a world where we've talked so much about how tired we are, sleep is like gold.
Oh my God.
And then the other thing is, it's really interesting. We can set the attitudes our kids have, I think, around sleep, and we did something with Wolfie that we did way different with our younger kid. Our younger kid, I toss him in the crib with a bottle. He waves goodbye. He puts himself to sleep. What a talent!
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then my other kid, it's like that meme where it's like it is like leaving a hostage situation.
Yeah.
It is like, it's Mission Impossible. It's sneaky. I hit the wrong
It's so hard.
board and it's a creak and then I'm back to fucking basics.
And I feel so like, and I'm definitely acting out of guilt as well if I'm not home. And she's like, I want you here. I want you with me. And so I just have to plan to be in that room. When I was writing season 1, I didn't know how to do that. And I was like, hey, I'm going to bring my computer in the room if that's okay. And I'm just going to work. And so I wrote most of the book and wrote most of season 1 in her room.
That's
and
amazing.
So I don't know if it's good or bad, but that's what it took. And that's my life because I don't have time to be with her for 90 minutes and then go do that for
I love that.
And I was just like, this is what it takes. And so when people show up and they're just like, oh, I didn't do the thing and I'm really tired and I did it, and like they don't, and when I say they don't have kids, I'm not even talking, it's like they don't even have responsibility. You know, they're not even taking care of anyone else besides themselves. They don't even have like a pet or a finicky plant. They're just like out here, and just like, oh, I didn't do it. And I'm just like,
How we used to be.
With you. Yeah, but I always was like, whether it was just like I was like Captain Save-A-Ho, you know what I mean? Like I always had like a project with a friend and a thing and like a cousin that I was like, I gotta go. And so, you know, when people don't know how to multitask and get something done, I can't be with you. I'm so sorry. This is where I leave you.
You're like, I wrote this episode while I put my kid to bed. I think that's actually such a good idea, is like, because it feels like the amount of time that Wolfie needs to fall asleep, it is long. And I'll be in my phone sometimes, but bringing your actual laptop in, it's like, you want a warm body and I need some time.
Yeah. I'm not on my phone. I'm not, they think, even Otis is like, you're addicted to your phone. I'm like, I'm food shopping. I'm food shopping on my phone right now. You know what I mean? So like,
do you want food?
I just bring in my computer. I'm like, I have to work. Like Mama works.
So do they give you 90 minutes to sit and write while they're not like trying to talk to you and interrupt you while you're doing that?
Well, I mean, sometimes she just wants a person in the room, usually me, so she can fall asleep. She does get anxiety at night. The same with me. If I'm on the road, I'm in a hotel room, forget it. I mean, what's that noise? I'm looking for a bed bug. When's the flight? I don't want to miss it. You know, like I can't. And I wish I had somebody with me. So like, I understand where her anxiety is coming from. Otis can put himself to bed. We call him Old Man Otis. But yeah, I mean, I let her know I got to work. I have to work. I'm looking at dailies. You know, there's so much responsibility. I'm like, but I'm telling her this is what it takes to make a show, and I'm bringing them on set, and I'm like, this is what it takes to make a show. I know all of these people. That is a big camera. It's worth like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like I'm trying to like let them know. I don't know if they'll remember any of it because it's a pool full of sprinkles.
No, they will. It's so cool that you're
I
doing
sure
that.
will.
It seems like you're really good at like, because I feel like context switching has been such a so hard for me, because I think my husband has ADHD and I think he thrives on like switching gears. Like, we're on vacation, but then we're doing a show, but then it's time to like be a parent, but then it's like time for an adventure, and then there's a show after that, and then we have couples therapy, and then we're like going to a religious ceremony. Like, it's so much stuff. I wish I had a better grasp. Maybe multitasking is the way. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know either. What I do know, I probably do have ADHD.
Me too. I have. I thought that I was fooling a psychologist, but then every answer I answered correctly, and I'm like, I'm totally getting away with it. And she's like, no, you have this.
Yeah, I don't know, because I should really educate myself, because in my mind I'm like, oh, I guess, is that a person that never gets anything done or gets everything done? Like, I don't know, but I also know that I love doing it, and also who else is going to do it besides me, you know? Like, if
And
it's
the world needs your show and your voice. So
thank you.
It's your responsibility.
The world needs your show. The world needs your voice, and we needed your voice, and you gave it to us on this episode of Good Enough. Michelle, we absolutely adore you. When you're in LA, I will lay next to you in your hotel, and I will write while you go to sleep.
And we can watch almost everything, all this stuff on Netflix, right? Your show, your two specials. So
Your tour coming up. Thank you so much. I really do love you.
And hope to see you soon, honey.
You guys are the motherfucking best. I can't wait to see you. Yes, bad bitches all around. Ew. Fuck ice. Okay.
Fuck ice. Like, follow, subscribe.